President Donald Trump said Wednesday that the Uzbek immigrant suspected of killing 8 people in New York City with a rental truck entered the U.S. through the diversity visa lottery program, and the president accused Sen. Chuck Schumer and others Democrats of having loosened the nation's borders. Trump did not provide any supporting evidence for the claim about the visa program, which was being discussed on the morning TV program Fox and Friends, which the president indicated in his tweets he was in. The terrorist came into our country through what is called the diversity visa lottery program, a Chuck Schumer beauty. I want merit-based, Trump tweeted. The terrorist came into our country through what is called the diversity visa lottery program, a Chuck Schumer beauty. I want merit-based. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump November 1, 2017. We are fighting hard for merit-based immigration, no more Democrat lottery systems. We must get much tougher and smarter. At Fox and Friends, Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump November 1, 2017. We are fighting hard for merit-based immigration, no more Democrat lottery systems. We must get much tougher and smarter. At Fox and Friends, Trump tweeted, citing the morning program whose hosts were discussing the visa lottery. Senator Chuck Schumer helping to import Europe's problems, said call. Tony Schaefer. We will stop this craziness. At Fox and Friends, Trump added, appearing to refer to a retired U.S. Army Reserve lieutenant colonel who appeared on the program Wednesday. Moments later, the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Rep. Michael McCall, R. Texas, told MSNBC's Morning Joe that the suspect in the attack had entered the U.S. through a diversity program, a lottery program. He did not elaborate. Schumer, for his part, shot back at Trump on Twitter. I guess it's not too soon to politicize a tragedy. I guess it's not too soon to politicize a tragedy. Chuck Schumer had sent Schumer November 1, 2017. In a statement, the New York senator slammed Trump for dividing America and called on the president not to follow through on proposed cuts to vital anti-terrorism funding. I have always believed and continue to believe that immigration is good for America, Schumer said. President Trump, instead of politicizing and dividing America, which he always seems to do at times of national tragedy, should be focusing on the real solution, anti-terrorism funding, which he proposed cutting in his most recent budget. Schumer also took on Trump in a passionate speech from the Senate floor. President Trump, where is your leadership? He said. Instead of dividing, instead of politicizing, doing something real, Mr. President. Restore these funds, Schumer added, echoing his call for the White House to rescind part of its budget proposal. Schumer also drew a comparison between Trump's behavior after Tuesday's attack and the way former President George W. Bush responded to 9/11. In a moment of national tragedy, Bush understood the meaning of his high office, Schumer said. The contrast between President Bush's actions after 9/11 and President Trump's actions this morning couldn't be starker. The Trump-Schumer back-and-forth came less than 24 hours after 8 people were killed and about a dozen more were injured when a motorist in a rented pickup truck deliberately drove down a bike path in Lower Manhattan and mowed down several people before crashing into a school bus in what officials said was a terrorist attack. Police found a note inside the truck indicating the suspect claimed to have carried out the attack for the Islamic State terrorist group. The suspect was identified as a 29-year-old Uzbek immigrant, Saipov, who entered the United States in 2010, law enforcement officials said. It wasn't immediately clear under what circumstances Saipov came to the United States. Saipov, a man in a rented pickup truck, mowed down pedestrians and cyclists along a busy bike path near the World Trade Center Memorial on October 31, 2017, killing several. St. Charles County Department of Corrections via AP. According to the New York Times, he had obtained a green card, giving him permanent legal resident status in the U.S. Trump, in his tweets Wednesday, was apparently referring to the diversity immigrant visa lottery, which was established by the Immigration Act of 1990. That bill was passed with bipartisan support and signed into law by the first President Bush. The program allows the State Department to offer 50,000 visas annually to immigrants from countries with low immigration rates. Democrats quickly hit back against Trump's claims. Rep. Adam Schiff, D. Califf, the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, told MSNBC's Morning Joe that it was kind of absurd for Trump to be using it as a fulcrum for this kind of a debate. I don't think this is the time to get political, New York Gov. Andrew Cuomo said on MSNBC's Morning Joe. There is no doubt we have to be smarter and have more intelligence, but there is also no doubt that this is not the time to play politics, to foment hate. This is not the time to divide. At least one Republican defended the diversity visa lottery. To be honest with you, I've known a number of people in New York who come in under the lottery system. They've made outstanding contributions. They've become citizens. Rep. Peter King of New York, a former House Homeland Security Committee chairman, told the Fox Business Channel. So that really is separate from the idea of the vetting. According to the State Department, diversity visa lottery applicants must meet certain education and work experience requirements, like having obtained at least a high school education or its equivalent or 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. People who are not from an eligible country can also qualify if their spouse was born in an eligible country. The State Department determines selectees through a randomized computer drawing, its website states. In 2013, a bipartisan group of senators known as the Gang of Eight proposed a compromise immigration reform bill that would have eliminated the diversity lottery. The bill did not make it through Congress.